Have you ever felt like you're just stuck, running in a loop? And then you see these high performers, like cricket legend Virat Kohli, who completely transform themselves, and you just have to wonder, how on earth did they do that? Well, the secret isn't just about having more willpower. It's about changing the very source code of your life. And today, we're going to break down exactly how you can do that too.
I mean, really think about your day. You wake up, you probably grab your phone and scroll for a bit. You take the same commute, see the same faces, feel the same old frustrations, come home, unwind with the same shows, and then you get up and do it all over again. Sound a little too familiar? Yeah, if it does, you're not alone. Chances are you're living on autopilot.
So what is this autopilot? Well, neuroscientists have a name for it. It's your subconscious program. And they say that by the time we're about 35 years old, this pre-installed software is running pretty much our entire life. It's this massive collection of habits, those knee-jerk emotional reactions, and deep-seated beliefs we've picked up over the years. It's the reason we do most things without even thinking. And if you want to know what you're up against, well, this slide says it all. Look at that. Only a tiny 5% of your mind is your conscious will. The part that says, I really want to change. The other 95%? That's the subconscious program just running the whole show. This is the massive, lopsided battle we're all fighting every single day.
And this right here, this is exactly why so many New Year's resolutions just crash and burn. Your little 5% conscious mind makes a big declaration. This Monday, that's it, I'm gonna eat healthy. But it's trying to fight a 95% behemoth that has spent decades being programmed to find comfort in junk food. You're literally programmed to lose that fight from the very beginning.
So, if you can't win by fighting the program, what do? Well, you stop fighting and you start reprogramming. And let's look at a perfect real-world example of someone who did just that.
It's kind of hard to imagine now, but before 2012, even the great Virat Kohli was running on a faulty program. He's admitted it himself. He was pretty undisciplined with his fitness, his eating habits, you name it. He was a good international player, sure, but he hadn't unlocked that next level of greatness because his own subconscious programming was holding him back.
And then he had his turning point. After a really bad season, he had this raw, emotional moment right in front of the mirror. This wasn't just a casual thought. It was a deep, gut-level feeling of disgust. And that feeling, it was so incredibly powerful that it became the catalyst, the jolt that forced him to confront his programming head-on.
And this is the key. He stopped being a passenger in his own life, just letting that 95% drive him around. He realized the only way to win wasn't to fight his subconscious with that little 5% of willpower. No, it was to become the new programmer and rewrite the entire code from scratch.
Okay, so how do we actually start writing this new code for ourselves? It all starts with building a rock-solid foundation. And that happens in 3 key phases. You have to get your mind on board, you have to get your body to feel it, and then you have to take action.
Let's break it down. First, you've got to convince your mind that this new goal is absolutely 100% possible. Second, and this is the one most people miss, you have to make your body feel the emotional reality of that goal. And third, you just start behaving like the person who's already achieved it.
See, here's the thing. Our mind and our body, they speak 2 totally different languages. The mind communicates with thoughts, but the body communicates through feelings. You can sit there and think, I want to be fit all day long. But if your body doesn't actually feel the hunger for that goal, it's never going to get the signal to act.
This explains so perfectly why Kohli's mirror moment was so critical. That feeling of disgust wasn't a thought. It was a powerful signal his body could understand. That emotional hunger is the trigger. Without it, your goals are just abstract ideas floating around, and your body, the part that has to actually do the heavy lifting, is just going to ignore them. So once you've laid that foundation and you've got your mind and body aligned, now it's time to get your hands dirty and work on the actual source code, your internal dialogue, your self-talk.
I absolutely love this concept. Your subconscious mind. It doesn't have a sense of humor. It takes everything literally. So when you say something like, I'm so lazy, even if you're just joking, your mind logs that as a command. Your words are literally programming your reality. It's a clever play on words, right? That's why it's called spelling. You are casting spells on yourself. It's time to start casting better ones.
So what you have to do is find the bugs in your current code and consciously replace them with an upgrade. So instead of, I can't wake up early, the new code is, I am an early riser, period. Instead of, I'm not talented enough, the upgrade is, I am a genius. You are literally defining your new reality with your words.
Now, installing this new software, it takes repetition. You've got to write these new affirmations down. You have to speak them out loud with real, genuine feeling. You need to visualize yourself already living this new truth. And you just do this again and again and again, until these new thoughts become just as automatic as the old buggy ones were.
And this is exactly what Coley did. He said that before a big tour in Australia, he visualized dominating the bowlers with such intensity that he could actually feel it. So by the time he walked onto that field, his mind had already registered the success as a memory. His body was just following a program that had already been successfully run. I mean, how powerful is that?
Okay, now for the final, absolutely critical step. Words and feelings are incredibly powerful. But to make that new program really stick, you need to provide your brain with one more thing. Proof. Cold, hard proof.
So if your new code is I am disciplined, you don't need to go study for 8 hours straight. Just complete one focused 25-minute session. That tiny action is tangible proof. It's a direct signal to your brain that says, see, this new code is real. We actually did the thing. These small wins are the evidence that cements the new belief into place.
And this is where the magic happens. It creates this amazing positive feedback loop. Each little piece of proof makes the new belief stronger. A stronger belief makes it easier to take the next action. And pretty soon, just like Coley found out, improving yourself actually becomes its own kind of addiction. And if you need one last piece of proof that this whole process works, just look at this number. When Coley started all of this, he had 8 international centuries to his name. Today, he has 81. The results, I mean, they really do speak for themselves. So look, this isn't just some abstract theory. It's a practical, step-by-step process for a total life reset. You've got the framework, you've seen the undeniable proof. The only question left is the one right here on your screen. What will be the first line of your new code? What are you going to rewrite starting today?